We put the Beverly Hillbillies to shame there. We're just heading out, finally getting out. I don't know. I think I take too much stuff sometime, but you got to be prepared. Like, I'm all by myself, so I got to be able to get out of whatever I encounter, I have to get out of. So I got a full tank of fuel this time, right to the brim. 2 batteries this time. My cot, my ice shack, my 6 or 8 man, I can't remember, ice shack, so I'll be sleeping in that tonight. Bedroll, sleeping bags. Almost forgot the sleeping bag, can't believe that. It's up there. I actually brought a spare tire. I got oil. I got something to heat the tent with. The only thing I wish I could have done and should have done was jacked up my suspension before I loaded it up. I don't have the right tool to adjust the shock, so we'll see. Maybe later on. It's not like bottoming out or anything, but it's actually just riding like a Cadillac. Yeah, so we got the chainsaw down in there. It was supposed to be easy access, but I won't need that for quite a while. I don't know. I have an idea where I'm going to sleep tonight. If I can get there. It's probably like 9 o'clock already. Actually, no, it's 20 after 8, so we'll be okay. We're just leaving, and it'll be all pretty easy going. I'm going to take all the trails I know and I've already cleared out this year. And then we're going to get into probably where nobody's been for quite a while. But we cleared this trail out a couple years ago with the Jeep, so we'll see. Hopefully somebody's been on it and she's open sesame. But yeah, it's going to be fun. First I was just going to go for an overnighter, and then I'm thinking there's a whole series of trails that I haven't cleared since about 2007, about 2007. One of them I cleared a little bit in 2016, just a little section of it. And now it's all been logged. They're not going back in there for a long time. This is the time to finish it. But it's super rugged country, big hills, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. This thing does pretty good, but it is weighted down, and like I said, my shocks are kind of on the weak side. If I could stiffen them up, it would help the ride a bit here, because I could feel it, like, you know, it's swaying around. But it's just beautiful out right now. It's warm, and it's going to be a little bit clouded in there tonight, so that always means a nice warm night, because the clouds hold the heat in. So I was trying to get to the top of the mountain and spend the night there. We'll see. I'm not going to be taking a whole bunch of video because I'm trying to get there. We got a couple days to video, right? So, or however long I want to stay until I run out of. I won't run out of water, because we're going to run into all kinds of little mountain and foothill streams, so we're good. I got lots of gear. I got enough food for probably about five days or so, and if I get real desperate, I got the 22 and I can hunt a rabbit. I don't want to do it, but, you know, if I have to, I will. There's the old motocross track down there, or the motocross track. Used to be an oval auto stock cars. I used to race stock cars there, and motocross actually. But now it's just strictly motocross. There was just nobody around to keep the stock car stuff going. So let's see where we're at. Okay, so we're gonna take a trail over here, and we're gonna go down through those trees, and we're gonna pop out on the highway. We're gonna have to cross the highway, and then we're gonna be over there, and we're going way up on that ridge, off the other side, very close to the mountains there, and then we're gonna do a loop back, and we're gonna clear all those trails out up in there. You can see they've done some fresh logging there in the last few years. So yeah, this thing running nice and cool. I had a 1-range hotter spark plug in it, and it's definitely seems to be running a couple degrees cooler today. And I don't know if it's because of that spark plug actually makes a little bit of a difference, or I did just change the engine oil as well, so it's got fresh oil in it again. Everything looked good. It was nice and clean. I only put about I don't know, maybe 120 miles, and then I changed the oil. So there's the dump up there. Beautiful place for a dump. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna head down there, and I'm gonna try to get on the other side of that ridge right there, that one. Down the other side, there's a real nice creek. I wanted to spend the night up there on that ridge just before those mountains. It's just a that's called Cap Ridge. It's just a beautiful beautiful view from up there. You can see a bunch of lakes and the sand dunes and stuff like that. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put my headlight on because these lights aren't very good, and I'll you know, if it turns into the dark, you know. But we make pretty good miles if I don't stop and chat lots. I'm not going to stop till we get over into those hills there. But yeah, it's working really good. Just to stiffen up the back suspension would be nice. Now it looks like it's sagged way down there, but don't forget I gave the hood about a 3-inch lift, so it makes it look a little, but definitely is a little bit low. Not crazy though. We'll see. Hopefully I can get those shocks stiffened up. I'm probably gonna have to pull some wheels. Do that tomorrow. Trying to see if we go under that log. Didn't really work out for us. Okay. I don't have my big push bumper on here yet, but we'll see how it goes. There we go. Sorry. So I definitely have a bad noise there. When I'm coming down a hill, especially if it's in 4-wheel drive, I can hear, it sounds like splines stripping. So they grab fine when I'm accelerating, but on decel, coming down big hills, it seems like it's skipping. So I'm just gonna buy the actual Yamaha parts and throw it in there. Then it'll be all brand new and it'll be good and high quality, and I won't have to worry about it, hopefully. Yeah, I don't like that noise, but as long as I don't hit the brakes hard, and as long as I just ease into it, it's pretty good. Because I can't believe I used to take my F-150 down this trail all the time. It's pretty tight. Not here, but back there is pretty side hilly and tight. But yeah, okay. Wow, I haven't drove this trail in years. It's been forever since somebody's been through here. Yeah, it's crazy. Nobody's using this trail at all. I remember that I came here about 4 years ago with Chevelle, and we hiked in here, and I think it was in the spring, and I remember cutting the opening up, thinking maybe people would use it again, but no, nobody's been using it at all. I'm the first guy through here this summer, it looks like. But I trimmed all these trees back, yeah, about 4 years ago. So it's a nice trail, it's just nobody's using it. It's funny how just like, this used to be our staple trail. Like, it was a major one to get us over into this area. Now it's just, I don't know if everybody just rides the road or they just don't ride this area at all or what. Okay. Wow, it smells like something's dead in here. Probably a dead animal or eating the edge here. Probably about the same time, about 4 or 5 years ago with the Jeep. I used to come back here lots to get firewood. It's not like it was totally grown in. It's just trim the branches in certain spots and throw stuff like this off the trail. Trying to get around that log. Yeah, I just widened it up here, so I hope people would ride the edge a bit to smoothen it out. Lubricate that side of the engine. Well, that's where I got stuck last time, so I'm gonna go through here and take it a nice and high, because Yeah, I don't feel like winching right now. That bridge there needs some serious work. Holy smokes. Jeez, it's crazy what this thing will fit through. Like, it just walked over this like nothing. Look at it all through here. You can tell somebody else took it a while ago too, but just, it's hard to tell maybe in the camera, but yeah, she fit right through here, made the turn. Yeah, this trail needs work. I could have taken it in the road, but what fun would that be? Okay, we're around the mud hole. We just gotta do a little side hill here. Yeah, this section's really muddy through here. Needs a good trail, like way up high, just bypassing all this. It's okay if there's just one little trail to, you guys want to hit the mud, but otherwise there's gonna be like 20 other little chicken trails going around. Well, we're stuck. We got hung up there underneath, so I'll just pull the winch out. Yeah, this thing just doesn't have enough low-end gearing. I gotta do something with the clutches. This is where you need it. Like that. For anybody that says big tires don't make a difference, this is the difference. We used to always be able to come through here so easy, and now it's like can't do it on 27s because you just get hung up. That's all that happened here, is I'm just hung up. I tried to straddle it and I got sucked in. You can see somebody else put some logs under here. Anyway, we'll go through there once we winch out. Dark and depressing in the bush, but once you get out here, it's light again. This one's got one wet spot and then it's all good. Always late in the bush, always I get a late start. You can see the sun's just about gone down. Then it's gonna get cold and dark. That's okay. Well, that was we had to winch twice there. 3 times actually. No, twice. I don't know. Hopefully we can make it through this section up here. Oh, a little coyote or fox or something made it across there, no problem. We'll take the trail through the bush here. Boy, this is where power steering would be nice. It steers pretty good considering I got 11-inch wide tires on it, but okay, well, there's a little wet spot here. I should be able to skirt around, and I don't want to go through the middle of that. We'll go this way. Just gonna show you something quick. So I cleared this trail out like 4 or 5 years ago. I think I was saying that on one of my other videos. So do you notice how I didn't cut the branches here? Like the trail's right here, and I left the branches out here. And I'll show you why I did that. Because we're on a hill here, and you know, just for when there's runoff and stuff, I wanted people to knock down this edge. So then the water can just flow right down here, right? And it doesn't wash out the trail that way. I mean, I know we're high up, but I do this everywhere else as well. I trim it nice and wide, so then you don't get these train tracks going through the bush, right? So it's just wide in certain sections. Normally I'll leave it tighter, but here I widen it out, and you can see I left the branches out there. So then you can see where everybody used to go under here, and you'll still get people that'll bushwhack and hit branches, let the branches hit their head and stuff. But most people will ride to the outside here. They'll put a wheel on here, and you can see it's already knocked it down quite a bit. Yeah, and then the water can just run down the bank here instead of leaving puddles and leaving, you know, rutting up the trails. Okay, well, she's getting dark fast here. It's all going to be smooth sailing for a bit here. We're going to get into some good steep country though. Okay, so here we are at the little junction here. We're going to go down this hill, and this is a really cool trail that we cleared out with the Jeeps there a few years back. Lots of hills, and it's pretty gnarly in spots, but it'll be fine with this thing, I think. Yeah, we went that way last time, so we're going this way. We're heading towards the mountains. And then I have the idea where I'm going to camp, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to camp up at Cap Ridge, but we'll see. It's going to be a beauty night here because, you know, just a few clouds and there's zero wind, which is kind of rare. Okay, let's get at her. Brakes don't fail me now. It's okay if I stay on the brakes. Whoa. Yeah. If I hit the brakes too hard, then I get that brutal noise. You can hear it a bit right there. For a while because we're in some deep dark bush, but then we're going to come to a cut block and it'll open up. The last time, well, I cleared this trail a few years back with some friends, 2 years ago, but before that, the last time I cleared it and I had my F-150, my truck, was in 2007. Chevelle was about a year old, and yeah, I actually did kind of what I'm doing this weekend. I just took a whole weekend and cleared a bunch of trail, but we didn't spend the night that time. Should be a little creek crossing here coming up. There it is. Okay, it's going to be a big climb for a bit, and then up and down and up and down, but yeah, it's beautiful right now, this trail. Spot right around here where lightning hit years ago. You can just see this big black burnt up tree. And some of the trees that around here that got struck by lightning, it happened in like the 1300s. I read a book on it. It was explaining all about the forest and when it burned, and yeah, it's pretty neat what they can tell from these logs. Okay, the little Chinese bush rat just works awesome in two-wheel drive here. I don't think there's a better place you could be right now than in the bush. Probably about 9:15, 9:30, something like that. This thing goes right down to 68. Seems like when I'm climbing it runs extremely cool. I don't really understand that. Like, that should be when you'd think that's when it would be running hot, but maybe the engine draws more fuel or something under load like that. I don't know. All I know is this trail is awesome now. Yeah, it's just up and down, lots of hills. We're already way up with those hills that I was saying before. We're not at the top yet, but we're getting there. This is supposedly the oldest trail in Hinton, like as far as cut lines go. Apparently this was the very first one. I don't know if that's true. I'd like to find out if I can get the dates from the government and find that out, you know. Find out when each cut line was made, just like those oil wells, that app that I have that shows all that. That'd be cool. Shut the lights off sometimes to make sure the battery stays good and charged. Wow, I've never ever seen this trail this good. I only rode it once back in 2010 and then once in 2016. Like, we just have bazillions of trails. Like, it's hard to ride the same ones over again. You always want to go somewhere different. Okay, so here we're coming up to the cut block. And I see the old trails open again. That's really cool, actually. I'm pretty sure this was filled right in with trees last time. Or maybe it's farther up. You know, I'm only going 5 kilometers an hour, so what's that, 2 miles an hour? Look at that. See, those are the ones that'll stab your tires. Well, this is as far as we made it with the Jeeps last time. Lots of big rocks on here and everything. Really, really cool trail. Yeah, this is where they logged already. Looks like the old original trail goes over there. I don't know if this is the original cut line or not. It's hard to tell. Yeah, you can see it's already growing back now. All the little trees and flowers are already growing. Wow, that's a better view than it looks through the camera. Holy smokes, that's cool. Beauty night. Little bit of wind up here. We're right in the, just about in the highest point. That's probably the highest point over there, I think. We're just up on the hills on those cut blocks up there on the left that you see, the upper left. That's where we are in this video at this point. Coming out of the cut block and back into the deep dark bush. Boy, she's black in here. Look at it. Where the wolves and the bears and the cougars hang out. Yeah, so it only screwed up a little bit of the original trail. This is the old trail. And then back out into the cut block again. Yeah, it's really cool actually how they log this, you know, they just take little sections of the trail and yeah, I got no problems with it really. Like, it's the same trees are gonna grow up, all pine and spruce here. Yeah, this gives you some perspective of what kind of country it is here now. Up and down and up and down. You know, I think the logging actually makes for a nicer trail now. Really cool now. Well, this is pretty cool because I'm trying to remember the trail, and after they log it, you kind of lose your bearings a bit there. But I don't know if you can hear that. I can hear the creek up in here, and this was the creek that I drove. Like, I drove this whole way with my F-150, if you can believe that. It's pretty tight here. And back then, this trail was almost lost. Like, it was so grown in, and there was only me and one other guy that I know of that were clearing it. But yeah, now that I think back to 2007, that weekend we came through here, now I remember what it was like and stuff. But anyway, I just stopped here because I'm going to trim these branches. I'm sure missing my machete. I used to always have a Fisker's machete and I lost it. But I'm going to be going to buy one here soon. But it's just handy for this stuff, right? Because my chainsaw is just buried there now. I got to get a better... I got to mount it from here on in. It's going to start, you know, getting a little more grown in. But yeah, it just takes a little bit of clearing, and man, it's crazy how good the trail becomes, you know. But I'm not going to stay at this creek. I'm going to keep going. I've got another ridge to climb and come down, and then down some more, up again, and then down to the creek. It'll be good and dark by then. You can see she's pretty dark now, but that's okay. There, here's one of those ones that got struck by lightning. cleared that all. You can't see, but I cleared it. She's all nice and open now. Oh, she's doing good. The oil temperature never gets over 195 now. When I raised the hood, I gave it a little more lift. Just allows a lot more air to get at that oil cooler. And here we are at the little creek, and this is where I turned around because it got really tight from here on in, and kind of too tight for the truck back then. See, somebody dammed up the rocks there. Yeah, it's only about 2 inches deep here. There's no fish in this one. Jeez, it just seems like, it's crazy. It literally just seems like yesterday we were here, just me and Chevelle that day. She was just a pup then. Yeah, I can't remember if it was 06 or 07. I have pictures of that day. I'll have to find them. And yeah, it's crazy how time flies. You know, you just gotta go on. Sad not having her around. I sure miss her. Okay, we're gonna continue on here. Well, I had to take my helmet off and get this headlight going. I'll wear my other little mountain biking helmet for now, because this is a real gnarly country here. It's really rutted out in this spot. Guy should just fall a tree right there. Good, there's a couple dead ones. Just fall one right across here, because there's like a bit of a bypass here, and this is all nice and dry and not rutted or nothing. That's just rutted because it goes straight down. The guy fixed it up here. You can see it's all rutted there, eh? Big tree. I'd climb up. Well, oh yeah, she'd climb up there, but we're gonna just take the little bypass around, and yeah, this is why I didn't go up here with the truck back in the day. An owl or something there. Boy, this is an awesome light. Yeah, so we'll just take the bypass and we'll go around. You can see here, this is how the trails get washed out, just because of this right here. If this was all filled in, then the water just run off easy, but because it's not, she just sails down here, and then it's actually pretty good, because this trail's never ever seen maintenance other than people breaking some branches and cutting trees since the day it was built back in the 60s or 50s. Probably 60s actually, 60s, 70s maybe. Okay, well, we're going to keep going. Look at that, a big tree snapped off way up top. It gets crazy windy up in the hills here at times. I just love it. Look at all the beautiful little flowers, eh? Look at that. So cool. So peaceful out here. I just can't get enough of it. Give her a little check over there, make sure everything's okay. No leaks or nothing. He's running great. Wow, this trail is super gnarly. I just had the whole freaking wheel right up in the air there, but it just crawled out like nothing. I was trying to get up here, and I got hung up on there. That's where the ground clearance would be nice, like another couple inches. So I probably will put a lift kit on this thing. Just that couple little inches actually does make a difference on the trail. There was a bypass. Some of these bypasses, they're side hilly, you know, so I don't want to like fall into that. That would hurt. So anyways, yeah, it's just, I came out of here and the front left tire was just like right up in the air. I don't wear a seatbelt in my side-by-side because I don't drive fast. But the main reason is in this gnarly stuff, I'm like hanging out the door. So I don't know what I'll do when I get doors, but it's nice to be able to throw my weight. Like I'm sitting right on the edge of the seat and I got my leg out, my hand out, and I'm putting all my weight sometimes just so we don't flip over to the right side. It's kind of hard to tell. It's so dark here. But yeah, that was a real gnarly section. This is a wet area through here, and we're gonna climb again, and I'm like nowhere near where I plan on camping. It's like super slow going through here. But that's okay. We got all night. The suspension just works really, really good on this thing. You can see there it's sitting level, and this tire's stuck up into the fender, you know, like it should be. Yeah, it's nice. I'll put a link in the description of this video for these Zillas. I just love these tires. And I have them at about, they're at 8 pounds. I could still go a lot lower than that. I can see this one looks like it's the one that has the leak in the plugs. I'll have to see, it should be fine for tonight. Normally I run something like about, I don't know, probably like about 4, maybe 5 PSI. It's nice to have that tire bulge. But whatever, we're running them at 8 for now. I've been breaking branches all along the way here. Trying to just make it a nicer trail. But yeah, this section needs, number one, a really good clearing, and then just to have a couple of these ruts filled in. So, okay. Holy smokes, there's bugs are just crazy up here. This is where they all come to. They all come up high. It smells like freaking weed in here. We did some bushwhacking. I had to, I've seen this other trail. I'm trying to think of which one it is. It's all grown in. Yeah, it's weird. I just trying to figure out, maybe it's just a old bypass trail. I'll have to look on my maps here. Well, we're still going. It's all grass here, and nobody's been here all summer. Well, this is where it's beaten down, but back there it's all tall grass, and yeah, nobody's been here. Just old growth forest. Just smells so nice here. Jeez, I wish I knew my mushrooms. There's a bunch of them here. Are those safe to eat, do you think? Maybe I'll grab them and then I'll Google it, and hopefully I don't eat the wrong mushrooms. There's a dead tree. Yeah, there's a couple of them. We'll grab them here. Look at that. Are those any good? I'll grab this one. Maybe I can figure it out. Well, we're still going. We're getting closer. It's better going here. And it's going to be all downhill. Then we're going to get back into cut block again. It shouldn't be too crazy. We cleared a bit of it out there.